All right, welcome back. My name is Patrick Nolan. I'm an attorney licensed in the state of Missouri. This is Pat Talks Law, Windshield Time. What I am talking to you today about is the impact of the draft rules that have been released in Missouri. And I'm going to stick on marijuana here for a little bit because, well, it's the biggest thing happening in Missouri for quite some time. Let me adjust that a little bit. There we go. Now, when we look at the draft rules and where we are with those, there's some things that you can take from the rules that we've seen. First, opening any kind of facility is going to be expensive. You knew that already, but let's be realistic. You are not opening a dispensary. You are not opening a cultivation facility with less than mid six figures available. It's not going to happen. And here's why. You're going to pay your application fee. Once you get your approval, you're going to have to pay your license fee, the annual license. You're going to have to pay for whatever your seed to sale tracking system access fee is, and RFID fees if they keep going with the guy that's got the contract. Now, you're going to have to hire staff, do your build out, have your follow-on checks. You're going to be subject to a lot of random checks. Your software has got to be compatible with the state. Don't even think that you're going to get your purchase system set up and functional for less than easy $50K to get everything built out if it's proprietary. There's going to be a lot of tech you're going to have to be up on. So, and actually getting through the license process. This is looking like it's going to be fun, in the sarcastic use of the word fun. They're releasing a number of preliminary questions that they're going to be asking, that they're going to be seeking answers to. You have to have background checks, and this 7 days to fix a flaw in the application nonsense. Let me tell you, 7 days means they drop it in the mail to you, you get it, and you're going to have like 2 days to get this done. So unless it's a clear oversight, you forgot to attach the file, or hell, even they email you and you actually have 7 days, you're not going to have enough time to go get some of this information. You have to make sure you get this right the first time. Okay, that is critical. Cultivation facilities, you know, if you're going to be building a cultivation facility, especially if you're building an indoor grow plant, that's going to cost you a lot of money. The rules are barring any changes in your ownership structure, any financing, you know, no borrowing money, no signing finance agreements, no bringing on additional investors. You have to have the funds you need to operate from the time you get licensed through to January 2021, which is the first time that they will even consider a request to make a change in the ownership structure or financing. So you've got to make sure that you have the funds to undertake this. Going in without enough money, being undercapitalized, is going to put you out of business and cost you your license. Fair warning. You think you know what it's going to cost to open a dispensary? Double it, and then you still probably only have half as much as you need. Sounds ridiculous. It is. You've got to be ready for that. Okay? I'm telling you, make sure you have the capital. Because once you are in the licensing process, you're not going to be able to get more money. And if any of the lawsuits that look to be going happen, you could very well have a license, be paying all these fees, and not be able to open the doors and actually sell any marijuana for a year or more. So you've got to be able to carry the process. You know, I hate to say it, but there are a number of things here that are designed to limit access to the extremely well-heeled. So be ready for that. I'm in Kirksville, Missouri. It's a nice town. I'll tell you, if you're going to open a dispensary in Kirksville, it's going to be a smaller one. It's not going to be as big as one of the dispensaries you're going to have in the city. So you would think it's going to be cheaper. You still have to have all your equipment. You still have to have your lockdown for inventory. Think pharmacy standards. You're going to have all that. So your equipment, your build out is going to be pretty spendy. You have to have your security. You have to have good access security to where you keep the marijuana. You have to have employees on hand so you can serve your customers. Remember, one employee per one customer in the facility. You have to have a 1-to-1 ratio. If you don't have that 1-to-1 ratio, they're going to shut you down. So be ready for that. At the moment, you're still locked out of the banking system, so you're going to be dealing in cash, and you're going to have to transport the cash. There will be a bank in Missouri that's going to take your business, but you're going to have your own armored trucks and guards to get that there. So that's going to be interesting. When you're moving that kind of money, you got to get worried. Now, cultivation, guys, these plans are going to be approved. Okay, when you get your plans approved and you get your conditional license and you can start, if you're not working now to secure your construction company, your contractors to do the work, you are going to have a problem. We do not have 62 firms in Missouri that are going to be able to build out these facilities. You have to have your compliance inspection within a year of issuing of the conditional license. So you have to have your construction done in 1 year. If you haven't lined up your company for construction, you have an issue. You've got to get working on that. You've got to start getting background checks and out-of-state certificates of good standing in place. Okay? Again, these are things that have to be done. And they have to be done now. Or you're not going to have them done in time. We can get a background check done in Missouri pretty quickly. I don't know how long it's going to take you to get a background check and a certificate of compliance out of Oregon. Maybe Oregon will be pretty quick about it, maybe they won't. I don't know. So these are considerations. Now we don't know what the final rule is going to be. Maybe the rule says the background check can't be more than X days old. Okay? Well, then we might have to do it twice. But be ready for it. And spend the time and the money and hire the staff to do it right. Get yourself help. Yes, you could probably do this alone if you've got the capabilities. And you may well. But do you have the time? Really? With everything else you're going to have going on, learning the industry, making the connections you need to get up and running, getting your plans done, meeting with city councils, you're probably going to want to make sure that you have professionals working for you. We're spinning up an entity, and I'll do something about that soon, but where we'll have some of those connections for you to reach. But as far as getting people licensed, lawyers. Go see a lawyer, get started, see them soon, and get this working, because it's time to it's time to get moving. You know, it's May. Brother, in a month they're going to release the application. In 3 months they're going to be accepting applications. In 4 months, if you're not in, you're out. So get moving. That's essentially it for that part. Now let's talk about the second part of this, which is consumers, the patients. Folks, you can get your medical marijuana card come July. You can go in, you can get the form, you can go get your medical marijuana card, fill it out, have your card back in August. Here's your problem. There's not going to be medical marijuana in August. Now, if another state will accept your card and you can go to that state, you may be able to purchase and remain in that state. You cannot bring out-of-state marijuana into Missouri, even if you have a medical marijuana card. The out-of-state weed's got to stay out of state. You can come into Missouri on an out-of-state medical marijuana card and purchase marijuana in Missouri, but you can't buy more than is allowed in Missouri, and you can't take it out of state. Missouri weed has to stay in Missouri. There are a lot of fine details on these, and please, for the love of God, get in, talk to an attorney. You know, there aren't that many attorneys that have put a lot of study into this, but there are a few. You know, like him or hate him, there are people that feel both ways. I personally like Dan Viets. He's an excellent attorney. He's been involved in medical marijuana from day one. You know, he helped write the constitutional amendment that we have. I think Dan is a great guy. He's a true believer. He's an excellent attorney. He's definitely worth talking to. I, of course, think I am, and there are others. So get in and talk to him. Get in early and get your applications working. If you're not starting now, you're going to have a problem. It becomes more and more expensive. Please like, subscribe. I have another video on the updates coming out tomorrow. Hit the alert button so that you know when they come out. And we'll be doing another video on First Amendment auditing by this weekend. There's an auditor that I've seen, and I spent a little bit of time trolling through her back catalog here the past couple days. Pink Camera Magic. Well worth taking a look at what she does. She's got the right attitude, and we're going to use her as an example. And if she responds to me, I'm hoping we'll get permission from her to clip a couple of her videos to show exactly what I mean. Again, thank you. Like, subscribe. I'll talk to you soon.